back, children. Now this is probably one video which you will have to know all the ratios. Well, not exactly all, but then you never know. The council will not go, as we have been doing in the previous videos, type of ratios, right? It will not ask you. It will always ask you a mixed bag kind of. A lot of information will be given to you, and you will have to pick and choose that information which is useful for calculating the given ratios. Therefore, number one, you need to learn all the formulas well, yes, so that when you look at the sum, pata chal jana chahiye, oh, this one I need for this formula, this one I need for this ratio, just like that. And that is what we are going to do here in this sum. I'll just show you, I'll give you a taste of how to do these kind of sums. The sum says calculate debt equity ratio, working capital turnover ratio, and return on investment. So three ratios, three different from the different variety of risk. Debt equity ratio is a solvency ratio, working capital ratio is an activity ratio, and return on investment is a profitability ratio. Yes. So different types of ratios and a lot of information about share capital, reserve, statement of PL, after tax and interest, debentures, creditors, land and building, equipment, debtors, cash, revenue from operations, and tax paid 50%. Okay. Bombarded with information, don't know what to do. कहाँ से शुरू करें, क्या खत्म करें? Forget it. Take the ratio. पहला ratio, debt equity ratio. सबसे पहले formula लिख दो. Correct? Because that's where you back that 1 mark straight, right? 1 mark, half mark, kitna bhi mark, whatever. So you know debt equity ratio is debt by equity, or we are talking about long-term debts, long-term borrowings by shareholders' funds. Okay. So now you know. जितना कुछ भी दिया हुआ है, okay, I don't want. We will focus only on taking out things which will come under this and this. I need to find my numerator and denominator. That's it. Other immaterial things I will just put it aside. So, debts, long-term debts meaning long-term borrowing, long-term provision. तो यहाँ पे जल्दी से देखो, यहाँ पे है statement. 9% debentures. Yes, I have got my debt. 9% debentures. Anything else long term? Then creditors current liability होता है, correct? All these things are immaterial. So I have got my long term debts as debentures. So 9% debentures are my long term debts here. Shareholders funds क्या जाएगा? Okay, equity share capital. Equity share capital plus general reserve plus statement of PL. Perfect. After tax and interest, that is what we want. Yes? Nothing else should be a part of my shareholders fund. There are no miscellaneous expenditure, nothing. No unwritten off expenses. So, this will be my shareholders funds. I have got both my numerator and denominator. This is how much? 2 lakhs. Or iska total will be 5,50,000 plus general reserve 50,000 plus 1 lakh statement of PL 7 lakhs. Therefore, my debt equity ratio is equal to 2 lakhs debt by 7 lakhs. हो गया. कोई into 100 कुछ नहीं है ना? 2 by 7, it is 0.28 something, it will come, I can find. So 0.29 is to 1. Okay, it was coming as say 0.285 something. So I have rounded it off. Remember, rounding off rule to 2 decimal places applies in all ratios. Fine. So leave this answer as this is to 1. Again I am reiterating, is to 1, pure ratio. Okay. Now what can you say about the debt equity ratio? It's really bad. Your ideal ratio is 2:1. Debt equity ratio is just 0.29:1. So we have a lot of scope to raise more funds through borrowings. Fine, done. Analysis भी हो गया, एक ratio हो गया. Correct? Now let's move on to the second ratio. We'll do the same thing. Second ratio formula डालेंगे and we will quickly pick up. Okay, ये चाहिए, बाकी सब छोड़ दो. Ratio 2, working capital turnover ratio. Working capital turnover ratio. क्या है formula? बताओ. Working capital, you remember? How many times is your working capital going to result into sales? That is revenue from operations. Revenue from operations. So if you remember the logic that I have given you, you will not forget the formula. So how much working capital do I require to bring in the total year's sales? How many times? Okay, this is bringing in. So working capital, let us find out working capital. Current assets minus current liabilities, I know that. So मेरे को क्या करना है? Current assets लेना है, उससे current liability minus कर देना है. Current assets starts from creditors. Creditors is a liability. So let us take the assets first. Building, fixed asset, equipment, fixed asset, debtors. Okay. So we have debtors plus cash. Two cash current assets and minus creditors. So this will be like 1,45,000 plus 55,000 minus creditors is 1 lakh. Okay, so this is 2 lakhs minus 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Correct? So my working capital comes as 1 lakh. Current assets minus current liabilities. Okay? We have got this. This is given to me. Revenue from operations 15 lakhs straight away. Therefore, working capital turnover ratio is equal to 15 lakhs. My revenue from operation divided by 1 lakh. So it's like 15 times. My God. Huge. Huge. Yes? Working capital. With just 1 lakh working capital, I am able to generate 15 lakhs of sales, which is good enough. Yes? We might go down on, we might have a shortage of funds maybe because my sales is so high compared to working capital. Maybe there is a situation where जब अचानक से sales और shoot up कर जाएगा, we might be falling short of working capital. So a very high ratio is also one sign of warning. Anyways, this is done. So second ratio also done. Let's go to the third ratio. Third ratio is return on investment. Okay, ROI you should be knowing. Return on investment. Investment क्या होता है? Your capital employed. So ये return on capital employed. ठीक है? Always as a percentage, so into 100 कर दिया. What return do I want? कौन सा profit चाहिए? Of course, I want the core profit, meaning profit before interest and before tax. So here, profit before interest and tax. This profit I want. I have been given profit. Statement of P&L, but after tax and interest is 1 lakh. So, profit after tax plus tax will give me profit before tax, right? Tax paid was 50%. Okay, so this is 50%. तो जिसके बाद जो बचा वो भी 50% है. Yes. Profit after tax is also 100 minus the tax, which is 100 minus 50. तो ये 50% 1 lakh है. Therefore, profit before tax is how much? 2 lakhs. 1 lakh you must have paid tax. उसके बाद 1 लाख बच गया. 50-50. Yes. So this is what is your profit before tax. 2 lakh. Fine. So we have got this, but then we need to add back interest also. Interest, कौन सा interest? Yes, interest on long-term borrowings. We just have one long-term borrowing here, is it? 9% debenture. So 9% of 2 lakhs we would have paid interest. Interest is equal to 9% of 2 lakhs. Oh, 18,000. Therefore, profit before interest and taxes 2 lakhs plus 18,000, 2,18,000 हो गया. न्यूमरेटर डन. ठीक है, वे बैक कैलकुलेटिंग. प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स इतना था, चलो टैक्स के पहले कितना होगा, चलो इंटरेस्ट के पहले कितना होगा, गोइंग बैक. करेक्ट. सो हियर वी आर लाइक 2,18,000. Now this done, we need to find out capital employed. And how do we find out capital employed? Again, I told you there are two methods: asset side, liability side. Liability side is like how much? Equity share capital is 5,50,000, general reserve 50, statement of PL 1 lakh, and debentures 2 lakhs. यहाँ पर capital employed, when we are talking, see there's a difference between if you've done partnership and here again. There also you have found out capital employed by doing goodwill. Here also you are finding out capital employed during ratio analysis, right? There is a little bit of difference here that capital employed of company will also include the long-term borrowing. That is very important for that as a capital source for the company. So capital employed here would be share capital plus general reserve plus statement of PL plus debentures. ठीक है? Comes to 5,50,000, 6 lakhs, 6 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 9 lakhs, is it? Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9 lakhs. Fine. I do not have anything to subtract. No non-trade investments, no fictitious assets. कुछ नहीं है minus करने के लिए. Remember that formula, how to find out capital employed? And if I see the asset side, let us see. How much do we have? Land and building 6,50,000. Equipment 8 lakhs. Add up 8 lakhs and 1,45,000, and this is again 2 lakhs. So 2 lakhs, yes. 2 lakhs आ गया यहाँ पर. So 2 lakhs is 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs minus creditors 1 lakh, 9 lakhs. We can do the asset approach also. If you want, I will show you that. The asset approach says total assets, isn't it, minus your current liabilities will also give you capital employed. So total assets हो गया 6,50,000 plus 1,50,000, 8 lakhs, 8 lakhs plus this is another 2 lakhs, 10 lakhs minus current liabilities, creditors 1 lakh, so 9 lakhs. So both ways we have got capital employed as 9 lakhs. So when you have information, there is no harm checking. You have to be really fast one. Okay. So 9 lakhs and this is this month, meaning your return on investment. I am doing it here. Return on investment is equal to 2,18,000 by 9 lakhs into 100. Alright. So this comes to around 1838 4.22. I think it's a recurring decimal, 24.222 something like so. We'll keep it at 22 only. Fine. Percent. Don't forget to give the percentage sign. So ये हो गया हमारा return on investment also. Fine. Interesting. So do not get confused in such sums. सब कुछ दिया हुआ अलग अलग टाइप ऑफ रेशियो कैसे फाइंड करें, ऐसे ही फाइंड करें. टेक वन रेशियो एट टाइम. रिमेंबर महाभारत. Yeah, Arjun had to just focus on the eye of the fish, and that is what you should be doing. Not just here, everywhere, children. Your focus should be your board exams as students of class 12, and you have to hit the bullseye. Okay, so practice well, children, and take care of your health. Keep smiling. Do not get bogged down ever. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.